the mood like after, are you managing to keep positive after the string of results?
I am managing to keep positive. I'm quite a positive guy, as I'm sure you know, and I'm encouraged with our performances. Of course, we want results to back that up, but certainly if we aren't sitting and we aren't looking, the training field, the product on the pitch, it looks good. Obviously last week again against Plymouth with the high flyers in the league, you could see the tactical setup was working. Unfortunately we get done with a corner kick. So where I'm sitting, it's looking like a good performances. Unfortunately we've just never managed to get over the line. Of course we need to score goals and we need to stop them from going in. That's the difficult part, isn't it?
Sometimes they say that you either make luck or bad luck keeps coming your way, and those 2 goals against Plymouth, they were unlucky. You could end up saying against the run of play your formation was working well.
Well, certainly for where I was sitting, we looked comfortable in the game. Of course, they had the possession, so they were dominant in the possession. But they weren't creating that many chances, were they? I mean, they only got the corner and then they got the deflected shot to come off the post. So really, our goalkeepers no made a save in the game, considering they're like the top goal scorers in the league or whatever. So tactically, we've been set up well. The players are following the instruction to the letter. Of course, we need to score goals. We need to stop them from going in. That's the difficult part. But the boys are giving me 100%. That's all you can ask for, really.
But it doesn't get any easier. Having done Plymouth, you now get Sheffield Wednesday.
That's right. It doesn't get any easier. But who's expecting us to beat Sheffield Wednesday on Sunday? So who was expecting us to beat Plymouth? Now, because I'm a winner and I want us to win, and I know that we're working really hard in the training field, but nobody's going to give us a chance. We're decimated with injuries, we've got suspensions, we've got a paper-thin squad at the moment, but we'll go to them, we'll be competitive, I'm sure we will.
Do you reckon that they'll bring a big crowd? I mean, their home crowds are obviously enormous. There is the chance that the new lawn could be rammed full if they can make it down, because it is a Sunday lunchtime.
I'm sure it will be. I'm sure it will be a sellout. Of course, it's on Sky as well, isn't it? So it's a big day for everybody involved. Hopefully that'll be a little bit of motivation as well for the team. We're looking forward to it. It's we want to embrace this challenge. We know Sheffield Wednesday are high flying in the league. They're the giants of the division. We learned it historically. They're a massive club and really should be in the Premier League. But we will give a good account of ourselves. I'm pretty sure of it, and hopefully we'll make it tough for them.
How easy is it to analyse a team where there is so much heritage and almost you expect to know so much about them, you expect them just to come constantly bombarding your goals? So how do you try and analyse that, and how do you go for a very defensive setup, or do you think that the best line of defence is attack?
Yeah, well, there's 2 ways of thinking that. Obviously, yeah, you could open yourself up and go for it, or you could sit back and soak a wee bit of pressure up. You can also be in between that, I suppose. Of course, if you don't analyse it too much, it would definitely keep you up at night. I think they're undefeated away from home. They've just lost their first game in 20-odd games. They're a big, strong team. They're gone for the promotion. We're nowhere near that, are we, on paper? But it's not the size of the dog, is it? It's the fight in the dog. So we're hoping that we've got plenty of fight on Sunday. I think we've showed that in the games that we've been involved in. At least we've been competitive, and and hopefully we can get a break. I think we're due one.
Who do you think are some of their key players? I mean, they've got people like Lee Gregory. I think. Yeah. Do you target a few people?
Yeah, I think obviously Bannon's in there, and he's a bit of a playmaker for them. You know what I mean? We could have a look at that. With Smith up front, Widnes scores a lot of goals. Obviously they've got a big back line as well. They've got long throws, they've got long balls in the box. They can run in behind. Look, they're a threat. You could go on and on and on, couldn't you? I mean, you can't cover everything. But all we've got to do is try our best. We highlight these things in training. We work to a game plan during the week. We analyse opposition. We work to a game plan during the week. You go to the pitch on Saturday. I hope you can see that as a pundit or as a fan. You can see what we're trying to do and how we're trying to do it. Of course, it's no easy to do it, but we'll try our best.
On Saturday, when you sort of almost went in without any defined strikers, was that something which perhaps didn't quite work out, or was that just what you were almost faced with, and you wouldn't really want to go into a game like these, against Sheffield, without a through-and-through striker?
Well, I thought it did work. Unfortunately, the first 5 minutes of the game, we had 2 good counter counter-attacking opportunities. So the game plan really worked in the first 5 minutes before they scored the goal. They forced a ball in, we counter-attacked, they forced another ball in, we counter-attacked. We never quite got the pass off. So it was just the end product really there. Obviously my striker had come off the week before. He was injured at half time, he came off. He missed 2 or 3 days of the first week in training when he come back in. So that was the reason why I left him out. Part of it also was tactically. Of course we knew we were going to be off the ball. We knew that Plymouth had a big possession. So we mixed it up a little bit different. I thought the tactical plan last week was very good. Again, they never cut through us, did a corner kick. What can I do about a corner kick? We can obviously defend it better, but everybody was marked up. Everybody was doing their jobs. Unfortunately, the guy jumps higher than our guy. What do you do? A wee bit disappointed in the second goal, how it happened so quickly at half time. You know, you're coaching this side, I'm coaching the players on this side of the pitch to go to the other side of the pitch to forget. Before you know it, one's running out wide when it should be narrow, and they hurt us and they don't stop the cross. 2 headed goals last week. Okay, so it's not as if that Plymouth were playing through and destroying your tactical setup. And as the game went on, we started throwing more forwards on, and we looked a bit stronger as the game went on. Of course, Plymouth sat back. And Sunday's a different game, but of course we're up against one of the big boys again. You know, and we'll try our best. We had more possession against Bristol, but we never won the game. Who cares? We never won the game. We had more possession, but less possession against Plymouth. You know, so the possession's part of it. You've got to make sure when you counter-attack or when you're attacking, you're clinical.
And when it comes to you know, a big team coming at a slightly different time, it's not a Saturday afternoon, it's a Sunday lunchtime, might be a little bit different, a bit more special. You've got to hope that the crowd really want to get into it, and particularly, you know, this will be one of those teams that Forest Green will probably never have thought that they were going to play, and for those who couldn't get up to Sheffield Wednesday, for them to be coming to Newcastle.
Isn't it amazing? I mean, obviously we played them earlier in the season. Is this the second time we've played them, is it? You tell me, is it the second time we've played them in history? I'm not quite sure.
Not the greatest result last time.
No, well there you go. So if you open yourself up, you can get destroyed, can't you, quite quickly. Obviously, you know, we're trying to keep ourselves compact, we're trying to keep ourselves competitive to go deep into the games. We want the fans on board. Of course, early goals can dampen the spirits of the fans and the players. We want to try and make sure that we know that doesn't happen to us. Again, last week we showed a wee bit of resilience after going early on, 7 minutes into the game we concede. We don't concede another one for a wee while. So, look, we just want to go deep into the games as much as we can, be hard to beat, but of course we need a threat, we need a bit of pacing behind, and I think we can show that on Sunday.
And as you say, the fans, you know, the mood will dampen if you concede a goal, but at the same time, if you can score an early goal, then it just takes the roof off.
Absolutely, wouldn't that just be great if we scored early for a change, eh? And to be sure,
confidence that you can sort of build something quite quickly.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you're right. Obviously, look, your momentum can shift very quickly. You know, we've been in front 4 games since I've been here. We've been in front 4 times, and we've still never got across the line. So it's a long match. But certainly, if you start the game well, you can get yourself in front. It definitely gives you something to defend, doesn't it? Look, it's no easy. It's no easy. You're playing Sheffield Wednesday. It's no easy. But we'll try and cover every blade of grass. And we'll try and be competitive, and we'll try and get some kind of result for the fans. They absolutely deserve it, considering the run that we've been on. Before I came here and now, it's been a long time. But you know, this division's hard. As I said to you, we're a paper thin squad at the moment. I'm struggling to fill a bench, but hopefully we'll be competitive.